welcome to Tuesday Questions. I'm Stacey Noles, Entertainment Director and Professional Mobile DJ in Pensacola, Florida at SNDJ Entertainment. And I want to thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video. This is our second episode of Tuesday Questions. And if you're new to the series of videos, let me explain to you what we're all about. We're just about answering questions from clients who have emailed me during the week. Maybe you're looking for a DJ for your wedding or school dance or party, or you just have some questions and you'd like for me to answer. We'll be glad to answer those in these series of videos. And last week we mainly talked about weddings and answered a lot of questions about weddings, but I do want to stress that this isn't just about weddings. If you got questions about parties or school dances or other events or anything like that, feel free to drop me an email and I'll certainly answer those for you. And we'll also answer them in a video in a future episode of Tuesday Questions as well. So just feel free to reach out and I'll be glad to answer any questions that you have. So let's go ahead and get started now. Okay, our first question comes from Danielle. She emailed me late last week and asked if I hire your DJ service for my wedding reception, will I still need to hire a wedding coordinator? And the short answer to that is no, you would not need a wedding coordinator for your reception. As far as setting up the timeline, the sequence of events, and directing your reception and all that, you definitely would not need a wedding coordinator for that because that's a service that we offer in every wedding package. And we talked a little bit about that last week. And it's also in our wedding packet that we send out to brides too. We explain a little bit about that. But we'll actually type everything up on a written planner for you and got a sequence of events that you'll approve, and we'll send that out to all your other vendors. So really, you don't need a wedding coordinator for your reception as far as that goes. Now for the reception, the only reason you'd need a wedding coordinator really would be to make sure that the room's set up, and the flowers and the decorations, and also as far as we're concerned, we would just need somebody to make sure that we have a table set up and that we have a power source to plug into. So that's really all you need a wedding coordinator for when it comes to the reception. However, we do recommend hiring a professional wedding coordinator for everything up to and including your ceremony, because wedding coordinators can really make your life easier when it comes to things like that. They can help you, set a budget and help you to, get all the decorations you need and make your hair appointments and, make sure that you get a venue and all that good stuff. And they'll help you out with all those other things. But once the ceremony's over with, really we'll be handling the reception end of it as far as making sure everything runs smoothly and directing it, checking with you and checking with the other vendors. So what I normally do is I usually tell my brides and grooms that they have a wedding coordinator, just invite them to sit back, relax, and enjoy your reception. And we'll take care of the rest as far as the sequence of events and directing your reception. That's one of the services that we offer, and we've had a lot of brides and grooms say that they like it, and a lot of wedding coordinators like that too, because that's one less thing that they have to worry about. Maybe they've worked with other DJ services who don't offer this service, and to be quite honest with you, a lot of DJ services don't offer the planning and preparation, and we kind of consider ourselves unique on that aspect. But again, I know that you probably created a nice relationship with your wedding coordinator. They've worked hard for you. You've probably grown close to them. So yeah, invite them to sit back and relax and enjoy your reception. We'll take care of all the other things, and we'll communicate with your other vendors for the reception end of it. So that's not even necessary to even have them for that, and they can just sit back and enjoy themselves along with you and your friends and family. So I'm sure that they would really appreciate that. Alrighty, moving on to our next question. Lacey asks, why do professional DJs charge more for weddings than other events like school dances and parties? And that's a very good question, Lacey. And mainly the reason for that is because with school dances and parties, you're not going to have as much planning as you are with weddings and wedding receptions. And naturally, if you're not going to have as much planning, there's going to be a difference in price as far as that goes. It's kind of like going to the the mechanic. Your mechanic isn't going to charge the same price to rebuild your engine as he would if you were just going in there for a simple oil change. It's kind of the same concept. With parties and school dances, we don't do a whole lot of planning, as far as sequence of events or anything like that, because it's usually not, much anything as far as that goes. Usually these events are just usually music and that's about it. And like for instance, like let's say I'm doing a high school prom or something like that. I mean, about the only announcing I'll have to do is maybe, announce the prom king and queen and the homecoming court or something like that if it's a homecoming dance. But other than that, it's pretty much music from start to finish. So there's really not a lot of planning. We don't have to plan a lot of events and all that. And pretty much the same thing for parties. I mean, you may have a speech or something like that. If it's a birthday party, sing happy birthday. But again, it's mostly just music. So that's why there's a difference between parties and school dances. It's because there's not a lot of planning that goes into those events as there are with weddings. Because wedding receptions, we have to, create a detailed, sequence of events and everything that we're going to do and all that. So again, there is a lot more planning, and weddings are a lot more involved than parties and school dances. So you're definitely going to notice a difference in pricing in that. Alrighty, Tim asks, can you tell me how to hire a professional wedding DJ? I thought all DJs do the same thing. Well, nothing could be farther from the truth on that one, Tim, and that's just a simple misconception a lot of people seem to have. They tend to think that professional mobile DJs or mobile DJs in general do the same thing at every event, and that's not necessarily the case. Or that professional mobile DJs and other DJs are all the same, and it's just a matter of price, and that's really not the case either. And really, the best thing I can tell you to do is when you're looking to hire a professional wedding DJ is to just do some research, and you can look at DJ's website and see what kind of website they have. Is it organized? Does it look professional? And that's a surefire tell right there that they're professional. That's one way you can check on that. But now what you don't want to do is you don't want to go online, look at a bunch of wedding DJs, and then hire the one that quotes you the cheapest price. You really don't want to do that because a lot of times the lower priced DJs are really don't really have a whole lot of experience. Let me just put it that way. Okay, a lot of times these are 16-year-olds that are just starting out, and they're just looking to maybe get a weekend gig here or there, but or maybe they're what we call the hobbyist DJ. Those are the people that just like to do it on the side. They're just doing it for some fun or something like that. A lot of times the lower priced DJs really don't have the experience, or they really don't take the time to really plan out a wedding reception like you would need. And here at SNDJ Entertainment, I really can't speak for other DJ services, but I can tell you that we've been in business almost 17 years, and planning wedding receptions has been one of the biggest things that we've done. So that's definitely something that you should consider. But again, what you don't want to do is you don't want to go online and hire the cheapest DJ and make your decision solely on price alone. What you do want to do is you want to contact a bunch of DJ services if you can. Look at their website, see if they're professional, and call them up and ask for a consultation. And if they don't schedule a consultation with you, or they say they don't do consultations, which I have heard of, then that's definitely a red flag there, because any professional vendor will always take the time to meet with you and sit down with you and talk to you about their services. But when you do go in for a consultation, try to see how organized the DJ is. Does he sound like he knows what he's doing? Does he have some sample wedding planners that he can send that he's put together for other weddings? And does he have pictures of his setup? What does his setup look like? Does it look like very professional? Or does it look like something that maybe came out of a engineer's workshop with wires hanging out all over the place and things like that? Those are things that you got to think about. So anyway, you got to look at his experience and ask to see a sample of his wedding planners. And also, you may want to do this as well. You may want to call some of his past brides and grooms for references and see how they like to service and things like that. So that's always an option as well. So yeah, definitely look at that, and that would be my recommendation on how to hire a professional wedding DJ. But just kind of feel it out. Once you schedule a consultation, you can usually tell if somebody is pretty professional or not. How organized are they? Think of things like that. And we have a whole page dedicated to hiring a professional wedding DJ on our website. Just go to sndjpensacola.com and go to the wedding section, and you'll see a page there. You can check that out, and I encourage you to read over that to get some more details on that. Okay, Carla asks, we are planning a middle school dance. In the past, the students haven't had a lot of fun with the DJs we've hired because the DJs weren't really involved. How do you make sure that middle school students have fun and dance? Okay, well, that's a very good question, Carla. And yeah, middle schools, I do have to say, have probably been some of the most challenging events that we've had to do in almost 17 years of being involved in the mobile DJ industry. And the reason for that is because a lot of the middle school students, they're attending their very first dance. It might be the first dance they've ever attended. But, at that age, it's kind of awkward. They're really shy. They don't want to ask the girls to dance and that kind of thing. And, sometimes it is pretty hard to get the kids out there dancing and having a good time, because you got the boys over here and you got the girls over here, and it's kind of hard to get them to interact. We have to work hard to get them to interact. And what I specifically do is I try to be a little bit more involved with them, and we'll do things like little games that we can do to help them get involved and let them have fun. We have a trivia game that we can do where we call the students up and we ask them a trivia question, and all the other students can help them out with that, and we award them a prize for that. We've also got what we call snowball dances. And basically the way that works is there's one rule, is if somebody asks you to dance, you have to dance with them. Okay, you don't turn anybody down. And what we do is we start playing a song, and each time throughout the microphone, about every 30 seconds or so, I'll say snowball, and then each student will switch partners. So we ask everybody to get out there and dance and have a good time, and then I'll say snowball, and they'll they'll switch partners. I'll say snowball again, they'll switch partners again. And then that way, that gives everybody a chance to get out there and dance and have a good time and make everybody feel like that they're involved. So that's another thing that we do. But yeah, middle school students, that can be a little bit tricky because like I said, they're a lot of them are just attending their first dance, and it's kind of hard to get them to interact. So we have to really interact with them a lot more. But we do it, and we've done plenty of middle school dances and have a lot of experience in those types of events as well. But we can really make sure that the kids have fun. Just takes a little bit of interaction with them. Alrighty, Denise asked, this is my first wedding and I've never planned a wedding reception before. I have no clue as to even where to begin. What advice can you give me on getting started? Well, this goes back to Tim's question about hiring a professional wedding DJ. What I would recommend is giving us a call and let's schedule a consultation, because I'll be honest with you, I have worked with so many brides in the past that had no clue where to even begin or where to start. They'd never hired a wedding DJ before, and they didn't know what all goes into a wedding reception. And that's where we come in. And so what I would recommend is I'd recommend calling us up and let's schedule a consultation. And we'll talk to you. We'll sit down with you and maybe have a cup of coffee, and we'll talk about what you're looking for as far as a wedding reception DJ. Now, like I said, maybe you don't know what you're looking for, but that's okay. What we'll do is we'll talk about a sample outline of just a typical wedding reception, just to kind of give you some ideas, and you'll have a better understanding of what all goes into a wedding reception and give you some ideas once you have a consultation with us. And that's always free. That's your no obligation consultation. We'll help get you started in the planning part of your wedding reception, and give you some direction to go in, and hopefully you'll decide to go ahead and hire us, and we'll be able to help you out with that. But again, the consultation is always free, and that's something that we definitely recommend. We'll sit down together, we'll have a cup of coffee, we'll talk about it, we'll go over a sample outline, I'll show you some sample planners from past weddings that we've done, and just give you a really good understanding of what all goes into a wedding reception, so that can help you out. So that's the first step, and then we'll just go from there, okay? So yeah, thank you for your question on that. We appreciate that. Alrighty, Melissa asks, what kind of lights do you use? And well, I'll tell you what, Melissa, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to show you a quick video of our lights, and this is one that we did in our video version of our wedding information packet. So just check this out. This will just show you some of our lighting options that we offer. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that short video showcasing our different lighting options. And one thing I did want to mention is, for instance, the custom monogram that you saw. That's not just exclusive to weddings. We also do those for proms and for birthday parties. And if you want to wish somebody a happy birthday and make a monogram out of that, we can do that. So it is used mainly for weddings, but that's not all we use it for. So, if you have any questions about any of our lighting options or anything like that, just feel free to visit our website or drop me an email once again, and I'll be glad to answer your questions that you have. We got lots more videos right here on our YouTube channel that you can check out showcasing our various lighting options as well. Okay, Jennifer asks, do you provide services for charity events and fundraisers, and do you donate your services? And the answer to that is yes, we do. We do actually provide services for charity events, and we will donate our services if it's 100% nonprofit. We've done events for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society before. We've done events for the Cancer Society. Also, Ronald McDonald House of Northwest Florida. We've done events for them, and the Humane Society. We've donated our services for those events. And yeah, we will definitely do that. We do a limited number of charity events like that per year. And in order to for us to donate our services, of course, the event has to be 100% nonprofit. It has to benefit a charity or somebody in extreme need. Like, let's say that maybe somebody's been in an accident or something like that and they need help paying their medical bills, and you're holding a fundraiser for that. That would be considered 100% nonprofit, and we would donate our services for something like that. So just feel free to drop me an email right there on the screen, Stacey at sndjpensacola.com, or you can just give me a call and we can talk about that and talk about your event. Now, for other fundraising events, like let's say you're involved in the high school band and you're having like a fundraiser for that, maybe to raise money for a trip or maybe a church organization trip or something like that, we do offer discounts for that, for those types of fundraising events. So again, just give me a call and we'll talk about that. We handle those basically on a case-by-case basis. Okay, and our final question comes from Mike, and he wants to know if we offer a military discount, and if so, how much? And yes, Mike, we do. It's actually part of what we call our Heroes Discount, which is not only offered to just military members, but it's also offered to all EMTs, firefighters, law enforcement, as well as nurses. So if you'd like to find out more information on that, you can log on to our website, sndjpensacola.com. But yes, we offer 15% off of our top 3 wedding packages and 10% off of our parties as part of our Heroes Discount. So we appreciate everything that you do, and we'll be glad to help you out with that. Alrighty, that's going to wrap this edition up of Tuesday Questions. Thank you once again for taking the time to watch this video. And if you have any questions or anything like that for me, we'll be sure to address those next week. But you can always drop me an email. And my email address is right there on the screen, Stacey at sndjpensacola.com, or you can always give me a call, 850-501-1590. That's SNDJ Entertainment's line, and we'll be glad to talk to you, maybe schedule a consultation and answer any questions that you have. So until next time, we'll see you on Tuesday Questions. I'm Stacey Noles, Entertainment Director of SNDJ Entertainment in Pensacola, Florida, and have a great rest of your day.